a conversation and commemoration underway at Canal Place of a Bronx-based photographer whose work emphasized the importance of diasporic lens-based creators. Here at nonprofit organization En Foco, President Bill Aguado explains how their exhibition, Boricua Lens, which opened on October 13th, promotes and preserves the legacy of late Puerto Rican American photographer Sophie Rivera, who worked closely with the business as an instructor of her field.
It's about legacies, promoting and preserving legacies. And in terms of this artist, Sophie Rivera, it's not just an elder or someone who passed away, but it's also a contemporary artist whose work needs to be regarded and not forgotten.
36 photographs taken by Rivera were destroyed in a studio apartment fire in 1989. However, thanks to the digitization and restoration efforts of En Foco's archives and Pregones, the Puerto Rican traveling theater, what remains of Rivera's work today is proudly on display. In addition to remembering and celebrating Rivera's impact, En Foco's mission statement is to support more U.S.-based photographers of African, Asian, Latinx, Native American, and Pacific Islander heritage, much like those who founded the organization back in the 70s.
En Foco was started in 1974 by a group of 4 Puerto Rican photographers who were really pushing back against the lack of opportunities for themselves, and so that is still what drives our mission today.
Rivera's influence expanded into the mainstream to such an extent that her photos are included today in famous New York City museums such as the Whitney and the Smithsonian. And it's not just museums that use her life's work. Rivera's creativity is passed down to enthusiastic photographers through a college-level course led by the NPO's program director.
Sophie passed away a few years ago, and how many of my students knew Sophie? Not one of them. So I incorporated the movie Photopatchy the Bronx, and then I introduced Sophie's work so that they can understand the parallels and how stereotypes work and the impact that she had by using the language of photography and including her audience.
The Boricua Lens exhibition is on display until April 4th, 2024, and organization representatives are welcoming newcomers and returning patrons interested in learning the story of Rivera and En Foco alike.
Nearly 2 years after her passing, and it's not enough for nonprofit organization En Foco to highlight the work of Sophie Rivera, but also to digitize her lost pieces and make them available to the public. Reporting from BronxNet, I'm Chris Cumella.